Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. For today's episode, we've got a game for you here in the Premier League against Tottenham Hotspurs. We'll quickly get into what's been going on since we last met, but just a quick look at the table first. So in the Premier League, Manchester City are the league leaders now. I know every single episode you see a different league leader, and that's how tight it's been, and that should basically show you how the season's been going on so far. So Chelsea still have a game in hand, so they could possibly go on top, but City do have the goal difference in hand. We are 8 points away from top, 8 points away with 5 games left, so it seems unlikely for either City or Chelsea to drop enough points, but we could sneak into third if we just get ahead on Arsenal somehow, basically. But today's game against Tottenham, they're in sixth spot, and 58 points while we're 64. They do have a game in hand though, so we need to win this to sort of try and keep as much distance between ourselves and Tottenham, as well as of course West Ham, who if they win their game then they go ahead of us and we might actually miss out on Champions League football. In terms of what's been going on since we last met, which was the 4-2 defeat to City in the EFL Cup. Now I mentioned about us getting revenge, but we didn't manage to. We lost to them 1-0 in the Premier League. I think this game was pretty deserved result, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have a quick look at the match stats, and yeah, they pretty much dominated us at home. So I was quite disappointing. My team couldn't bounce back here for this little period here, but we did manage to eventually bounce back and go on a nice little winning run over here. But yeah, the Liverpool draw was quite poor. A bit for my team and a bit for myself as well. I scored in the first half. In the second half, Liverpool made some changes. I didn't think it was necessary just yet to react to those changes, but they proved me wrong by getting their goal and then going on to dominate the game essentially. Because no matter what we changed around tactically, they just took it basically. And then yeah, the 3-2 loss to Sevilla is not too bad of a loss because we ended up going through nonetheless. I think it was a 5-3 aggregate win. I'm not sure. Where did we beat them? Yeah, it should be 5-3 aggregate win. And that sets us up for the game against Atletico Madrid. And we'll get into that in just a second. But beat Bournemouth in the FA Cup 6th round to send us into the semi-final against Southampton here. We beat them a 2-1. Benik Afobe scoring in the 91st minute. So really we were dominating up until that last minute of the game basically. We also beat Stoke 2-0 through Lingard and Januzaj. Norwich 1-0 through Wilson, and Chelsea as well 2-1 with Marcus Rashford scoring the opener and then Januzaj getting us the winner. Pretty even game overall, but Chelsea did have a huge number of clear-cut chances. De Gea has been an incredible goalkeeper for us this season, saving a number of clear-cut chances. The Atletico Madrid game was a bit of a surprise. I didn't think we'd win 3-0. I know I was backing my team to win, but we did win 3-0. Adnan Januzaj getting the brace and completely just dominating Atletico Madrid, who were away from home. Now I expected them to get some type of result at their home, basically their stadium, but instead we dominated there too. 3-1 win. Pogba goal through a free kick. Mkhitaryan scored an incredible goal in the 26th minute, I think. Santi Mina scoring their only goal of the whole over the 2 legs basically, but we dominated this game too. We also had a huge number of clear-cut chances in this game, but yeah, again David De Gea just saving well, but it's also some poor finishing, to be honest, from the Atletico Madrid side. How do I go back? Yeah, there you go. Alright, just want to show you quickly the Mkhitaryan goal, which was I think a volley. Pogba's free kick was also incredible, but I think you guys have seen a number of those throughout the series. He just always scores those type of goals, but Mkhitaryan's quite well. I'm hoping this is the one, but yeah, it's just a volley from outside the box into the top left corner through a set piece corner. But yeah, what followed that was a 3-0 win against Bournemouth, dominating win, Martial scoring twice and Pogba getting on the score sheet to Paul Pogba's scoring more goals for us lately. 6 goals, 5 assists and 17 starts, not bad at all. And yeah, we already mentioned the Atletico Madrid game, so I think we can just get into today's game. We've had a couple of injuries, but we're finally getting through that sort of period. Marco Verratti is actually suspended for today's game, and Jesse Lingard just recently got injured, so hopefully we'll have a full squad soon. I'll show you quickly who will be playing for today's game in the lineups basically, and yeah, we are away from home, if I'm not mistaken. So, actually, yeah, I am mistaken. We are at home, so we should be expected to win. And we are the odds say that it's more likely to be a draw, and even the expert thinks it's a draw, so I guess everyone's expecting it to be a draw. But I'll be backing my team to win at home, of course, and they have quite the dangerous team. Roberto Firmino changing from the Liverpool red to the Tottenham white, and they've also got James Rodriguez, I think, who moved from City, if I'm not mistaken, and I think City sold him just because Tottenham got in a bargain. They're 14.75 mil, but they haven't even really played him much this season. But anyways, I think the reason being City let him go was probably because they got Antoine Griezmann in their side. But yeah, standard team from us. We've got Anthony Martial, Rashford, Januzaj, Mkhitaryan. That's pretty much our standard first 4 players that we go with, first teamers. Neil Oliver and Paul Pogba. Neil Oliver came in for the suspended Marco Verratti, and Paul Pogba, obviously, just a world-class midfielder as always. Darmian, again, keeping Mario Fernandes out of the side. He's played the majority of this season's games, and that's just how great he's been overall. I mean, not to say Mario Fernandes has done poorly either, but Darmian's capitalized on whenever he's been absent. And Smalling and Jones are not really our first choice, but what's his name? The Greek centre-back we've got, I've actually completely forgotten his name, Manolas, I think, yeah. Kostas Manolas is actually our first choice centre-back with the highest quality, considered the leading player for most Premier Division sides, and misses out today just because he's just literally just got back from injury, and Smalling and Jones have done decently so far together in the centre-back positions. Luke Shaw, obviously first choice, as well as David De Gea, and hopefully a strong side from us should also bring us a strong result. We'll see now whether my players can perform. Tell them I want them to pick up from what happened in the last game, which was the Atletico Madrid game, which we beat them 3-1 away from home. So really, a repeat from that. We're going to get a nice little handshake here in 3D between the two managers. Tottenham manager, we'll have a quick look here. Who the Tottenham manager is, I've forgotten. It's Benitez. Yeah, it's true. Not doing too poorly under Rafa Benitez, but you know, a win here would be crucial for both teams, basically. So this is a top clash, basically, not top of the table, but just a top clash. They still got Kane, who's improving by the season, of course, and they are the ones who are bringing the ball forward through Son Heung, and thankfully that is way over the bar. And David De Gea, I don't know why he even bothered to jump there. But yeah, we're going to get a chance through a set piece, which we seem to do quite well in this season. Rashford's lost the ball, but he's got it back now. He plays it in through Martial. Can Martial do something here? And instead, it looked like the ball was going to go out for a corner, but instead he's found Januzaj. He finds Mkhitaryan and loses the ball instead of trying to tuck it in. But it's all tight. We still have the ball, so we can still do something here. And it looks like Mkhitaryan might be the one who does something. Runs around the whole team, essentially, and forces a save out of Hugo Lloris, and now we've got another corner to make something of here, and Smalling finds Jones, and there's a bit of a mess. I'm not really sure what happened. I think Rodriguez got in the way of the shot, and we're going to get a third corner here, and just a series of corners to put Tottenham under pressure. Rashford brings it forward, but Kane wins it back, and that will be the end of the highlight. But soon after, another highlight. Can Pogba do something here? Instead, Dele Alli wins it back, and Tottenham are the ones who are on the counter, and suddenly we looked a little bit exposed. Kane's bringing the ball forward, an easy through ball. My defence are doing quite poorly, and a deflection off his shot puts David De Gea off, and Harry Kane draws first blood. Let me quickly, sorry, I forgot to change it. The replay is on goal. Maybe it'll still show now, wouldn't it show? Anyways, I'm sure you guys would much rather see my goals, wouldn't you? But yeah, Tottenham leading here. We're coming up to the 30th minute, so I'm going to quickly make some changes. We haven't really responded, so we're going to go into a bit of a more attacking sort of mode, and think what we would do is we'll actually change this to roaming playmaker and change this one around to deep line playmaker on support, and hopefully, you know, the difference, the switch in roles, or duties rather, would actually help my players be more attacking, as well as the mentality, of course. But maybe we can get a goal here before half time, which would set us up really well for the second half. But there's only 5 minutes left and looks unlikely for anything else to happen. We've completely dominated the game, possession, shots and everything, but Tottenham capitalised when we didn't through a half chance, I think. And gonna have to make my feelings clear to the players, basically. Come on, lads, let's see what we can do. And let's tell them we have a bit of faith in them. They are all fired up already. let's see if they can be fired up on the pitch as well. We are still on attacking, Tottenham going a bit more defensive, but they've kept that partnership of Roberto, Firmino and Kane up front. So it's up to my players to respond. Tottenham have gone defensive already, so you know, it's up to us to take the initiative. And we started quite decently, but the highlight amount's nothing, and clock is ticking down basically. Looks like might be the substitutes to save the game here. We're coming up to 60th minute, so we will be making a few changes. Chris Smalling, exhausted somehow already. We'll take him off for Axel Tuanzebe, who hasn't exactly fit, so that's not an ideal substitute. A couple of other players are tired, but we need to make some attacking changes, so I think I'll just keep a bit more faith in my players for now, and maybe someone can respond. We'll take off Pogba for Herrera because he's just feeling a little bit tired, and there's other games that are a bit more important. The Premier League isn't as important anymore because it seems unlikely for us to win the title. We should be focusing more on the Champions League, where we face PSG and the FA Cup semi-final as well. So got one more change here, but I think I'll save that one for the attacking substitute that we'll have to make later on if nothing changes here. But yeah, we are 60th minute. Tottenham barely getting any of the action, but we've clearly not created any significant chances either. So they brought on Dos Santos, and I just want to quickly make sure that our opposition settings are still right, and they are not. We have to always tightly mark Dos Santos as well. Now, can we do anything special here? Losing at home to Tottenham not pleasant whatsoever. We need to turn this tie completely around, and my attacking players have let me down after the previous games basically. And 25 minutes here, Tottenham's still leading, and it looks like we will be forced into making that change. I'm going to make some duty changes too, and I'm not sure. I think I want to keep on Marshall, so bring off Rashford instead for Chong, who not amazing in ability, but definitely has what it takes to do something special, and maybe he could do something here. And we're going to switch the roles around again. Deep lying support there and a roaming player here, and let's give Mkhitaryan the license to attack instead and bring Chong back on support. See if that can change anything around. Mkhitaryan definitely the better player, the more experienced player. Maybe switching him to an attacking role will change things around a little bit in our favour as well. But I think I might change Januzaj to supporting role and make Chong attacking as well, duty, sorry. And maybe that might switch the favour, just because he's got two defensive midfielders marking Januzaj, so it's a bit unlikely he'll do anything special. And it's actually Tottenham who have a set piece, but now we are on the counter, and can Januzaj do anything here? Dribbles, he plays it through to Marshall, who's got no one next to him whatsoever, and of course he loses out to Rose, and there's Dele Alli there playing in the defensive midfield role, and it is Tottenham bring the ball forward here, not really committing anyone, but they look a little bit dangerous. We win it back, and Chong plays Januzaj square, and Oliver's now got the ball. Can he do anything? He plays Chong through. Can Chong find Anthony Marshall? He does. Unfortunately, he's headed over, and Darmian gets another ball into Januzaj, and I think that was a clear-cut chance, and something happened there that we... For some reason, Januzaj couldn't score, so we'll quickly change the roles again. The duty, sorry, we'll actually play Januzaj on support and make Chong on attack, because, you know, we saw him making a run there, which was quite good, and we need more of that, essentially. Bringing Januzaj back will take him a little bit away from the defensive midfielders as well. Hopefully we can get a equaliser, if not a winner, and that's Tottenham just booting the ball forward. They're doing everything they can to try and survive the onslaught that we're going to be bringing on here, and Shaw's got it now. He's dribbling all the way through in the midfield. It looks like he's going to go all the way, and he does, which is a bit silly because Mkhitaryan was making a run for him there, and it will be a Tottenham goal kick. And it looks like we've only got a couple minutes left, so we're going to go one step further, overload, and everyone on attack. See if we can do anything here. And poor performance by the boys, really. Defense solid as always. Unfortunate to concede that deflection, but attacking players have just not switched on today. And we have to give credit to Tottenham here, who do have the best tackle success rate in the league. So guess my attackers are never going to have a good game, and it does end 1-0 to Tottenham. We seem to do really poor in every live comm that I do, which is quite concerning, but yeah, this is quite the setback in terms of the Premier League. I said that it's unlikely for us to win it, and now it's even more unlikely just because there's 4 games left, and it looks like we might have to battle for a Champions League spot, which is not something we wanted to find ourselves doing. Tottenham, West Ham, Arsenal and ourselves all fighting for the top 4 spots, and we're getting into dangerous territory here, and our last few games aren't exactly easy either. We got Sunderland, Southampton, Middlesbrough and Everton. Now you can expect us to beat Middlesbrough and Sunderland, but Southampton and Everton are going to be a bit tough to do basically. But yeah, I think in terms of when we'll be back, it really will depend on how things go on. If we don't get into the final of either the Champions League or the FA Cup, then we will show the final game against Everton. But if not, then it makes sense to show one of these cup finals if we manage to beat Paris Saint-Germain or Southampton. We'll see. Hopefully, we've won the FA Cup a couple of times, so I'm a little bit more hopeful of winning the Champions League, but we never know. It would make up for the poor Premier League performance for my team this year. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.